Hey everybody, hope all is well. Man, I tell you, they say all great empires will collapse, and I think this is what we're looking at. Really, really, really do. And it's easy to tear down, but hard to build up. It's like having, let's say, the foundation of your family, foundation of family. You got a mom and a dad, two incomes, you got a house, two kids, and a dog. Then the mom or dad leaves. It took two incomes to sustain the lifestyle for everyone inside the house. The mom or dad leaves, the one check leaves. So you know what happens. Uh-oh, sell the house, downgrade to an apartment. The lifestyle that you had before is gone. It's not sustainable. So in this country, it's based on the backs of the middle class. Well, guess what? The middle class is gone, wiped out. What do you see happening here, people? So I'm going to play this clip. Sad but true. As I said before, said again, in my opinion, we are living through a, a civilized silent purge. A civilized silent purge. So people lose jobs, cannot find replacement income. No other jobs are available. You lose your home. Oh, now you can't afford to rent an apartment. You can't afford to live. So what do they expect Americans to do? Again, a civilized silent purge. So check this out. What this young man has to say, and I totally agree with what he's saying.
We're
It's
not being
ridiculous.
put in a position where we can have a prosperous future or a wealthy future because of the position we're in now. You know what I mean? School, hella expensive. Learning a real trade, a real skill, hella expensive. We know about the student debt crisis. And now they're making a simple roof over our heads, housing,
Yep.
wildly expensive. I can't tell you how many friends that graduated college and have good salaries, 60, 70, 80, some of them 100, 150K and more, that are still looking around like, why the fuck is it so hard to own a home? Why are these bullshit apartments so expensive? Why would I pay these people all this money for this bullshit instead of just living with my parents and saving up money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have friends that are making over 80K a year, great full-time jobs, full benefits, that would rather live with their parents than pay these bullshit apartment complexes to live in bullshit areas with bullshit amenities and bullshit things within the actual home. It's like, it's just so frustrating that we did everything they told us to do. We went to school, we got educated, we worked hard, we did everything they told us to do. And then when we're actually out in the world, they want to charge us $1,800 for a one-bedroom apartment that really ain't shit. And then when they talk about, oh, the future is going to be great for you, you just got to work hard and stay down. How? A lot of people don't have savings. They're spending it all on basic shit like housing and groceries. And what scares me the most is that more and more people are becoming aware of how fucked it is. And all we do, we record a video, we post it on TikTok, we post it on Instagram, we post it on social media, and then we say, well, I've done my part, and we close out the app, and then we go on about our day. That doesn't fix anything. It amazes me that the government can talk about banning TikTok and all these new things about immigration, but then when it comes to providing affordable housing or affordable healthcare for your upcoming generation, the future leaders of this fucking country, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to say anything about that. Or even, it amazes me that the government will have a whole meeting about banning TikTok when there's been over 100 mass shootings this year alone. Like, the government doesn't give a fuck about us, man.
And that is exactly it
And
right
it amazes
there.
me
That is exactly
that
it
the
right there.
government will have.
They don't care. Hello? They don't care. How could they care? Again, if your neighbor's house is on fire, would you not call 911 to get the fire department out there? You don't want it to spread. You hopefully want to try to, get it contained, make sure that everyone gets out alive. But when you see that the youth, when you see what has happened to the American citizens and you do absolutely nothing, it speaks volumes. If a neighbor's house is on fire, do you just stand there and watch it burn? If so, what kind of person are you? You don't care. Not your house. And that's what I think they're doing. They're just standing, the ones at the top making all this money, just watch it burn. Wow, look at that. And what can you do? See, here's the deal. When you're on that hamster wheel and you're trying to survive, people are working two jobs. Guess what? A lot of them, they don't want to hear about the news and what's going on. They're just so busy trying to survive. And then when they turn the TV on or have any free time, they want to sit down and be entertained and do it again. That's why you look at a lot of people may not know about it. That money about the Congress time in the market. Have they been timing it? No, but they've been timing it perfectly well since 2020. That's interesting. So 2020, the Congress knows how to time the market. They can beat Wall Street. They can beat the S&P. I say it's all rigged. Something's not right. But the ones at the top are getting richer. Middle class wiped out. The middle class, all the new poor. Who's heard of middle class people? And I think that I saw a video. Listen, you have to make 113,000, even if it's two families, to be considered middle class. Then I saw a video of a family making $131,000, and guess what? They could not afford a place to live, living with their family. Had to move. Student loan debt, the way some of these payments, this stuff is structured like a darn mortgage. But people bought into it. I know, work hard. I'm going to go to school and be a good citizens. Okay, and what? Working hard, trying not to starve. Got that degree, but there are no jobs. What are jobs? Where are they? Nowhere to be found. Speaks volumes. Nothing's being done. All the money being sent out to other countries. Hundreds of billions, as in boy, hundreds of billions of dollars. But the American taxpayer, and don't forget, we have a whole influx of illegal immigrants coming to this country, and they will, in my opinion, help the rich get rich. That's why they're here, your replacement. Being starved out. Americans are being starved out. When you have a system where you're telling people, let me change this picture. That does not look too cool. But that's everybody's frustrated. Telling people, "Hey, do this, do that, and you're going to be okay," and then they're not. The system is flawed. Is anyone trying to fix it? No. Why? The fall of the empire. So you're going to pretty much have the have and the have-nots. You can control people when they have less resources. Yeah, because they're so desperate. Okay, whatever it takes to survive. I think that's what they want. Again, a civilized silent purge. You lose all your resources that you need to sustain a decent life, and then when those are gone, and you can't replenish them, what do you see happening? Silent. Well, hey, you know what? Just start selling things in your house. Maybe you can buy some groceries this week. Yeah, your family heirlooms. Just sell off things in your house because then you're gonna, of course, you didn't lose the house, so you might as well start now. Just start, estate sale. Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna lose the house. Yeah, you're not gonna find another job, and then with that foreclosure, you won't be able to get an apartment. So, live in your car. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, some people have been living in their cars, and the cars were still financed. And guess what? They had that tracker on them, and they were out for repossession. So then a person goes into the store to use the bathroom, and guess what happened? You come out, the car you were living in, that's the only asset you had left, and it was still being financed, and you couldn't work because you couldn't find a job. Then they come and take the vehicle, and you come back. Nightmare. Person come back out, your whole world is gone. All you have on you are your keys, all your belongings inside that vehicle. What the heck are you supposed to do? Where they tow it to? It's theirs. What do you do? That's where we are. And they had that happening last year. Not going to get any better, folks. It's just not. And we can dream on, and I'm going to hope, and I'm going to pray about it. And that's real nice. But you got to also be realistic. You can still be praying as they come and knock on your door and haul your things out. They don't care about the American citizen. It is what it is. I've spoken to people who are quite wealthy, and they're like, well, those people have to deal with the decisions that they made, but you tell them to go to school and get an education, and they did all of that. To what avail? Look what happened. They did all of that, and look what happened. So don't be surprised when chaos breaks out. People are trying, I think, to hold it together. Do not be surprised when chaos breaks out and you have a whole bunch of violence. Do not be surprised. You don't think the ones that know that can happen? When a person has nothing to lose, that person becomes very dangerous. So imagine having a lot of, like I said about that lady who was homeless. The principal signed a form kicking her kid out of school due to absenteeism. And then she mentioned, I'll level the block and watch it fall down. And he called the police. Really? Why would she say that? Well, she shouldn't have said that. Well, let me see you walk in her shoes. Let me see you lose everything. Am I condoning threatening people? No. But guess what? People get that way. A lot of people now, there were good citizens and had a comfortable lifestyle, start to unravel. I've seen someone personally, which I never thought I would, kind of lose it. When people have comfort, they have money, they're fine. But the minute they see that money is evaporating and is not being replenished, people fed into it, oh yeah, just work hard, it's gonna be great. Yeah, well, it's not. Then people start to react very differently. That's why I say be careful if you can and how you interact with people. You have no idea what they're going through. The least little thing can happen. I was just in a store, check this out. I was just in a store, and this location here, this area, quite wealthy. Um, a worker there worked there, and she decided to buy something. She's a minority. She's African American, just like me. This here is a very, it's the clientele is very quite comfortable. You have a lot of rich people in that store, but I'm not rich, okay? What does she do? It's crowded. She takes a basket, and she's I have a bit very I have a purse on my arm, a large designer bag, and she's pushing the basket into my, I'm like, excuse me. And she did it more than once. And I looked at her, and I'm not trying to be rude. She worked there, and I could tell by her attire. But the purse that she had, I'm sorry to say, it was like pleather. It looks like it had been dragged through the mud. Dragged through the mud. It looked like it had been dragged through the mud. The little pleather that she had on it was peeling off. I kid you not. To be honest, my opinion, the purse should have been in the trash because it was really looking bad. Oh my goodness. But yet and still, she's pushing a basket into my designer bag, a large bag. And it was no, it's obvious who the designer was. And I knew what it was. I said, oh, look at that. Now, here we're the only two black women as custom in the store. You may have one black girl that works there. But out of all these people, look down here, all these other races, I'm seeing designer purse. Oh, Chanel over here. They've got money. Oh, look at this. Gucci over here. But she gets besides me, and that's what she does, hitting my bag with it. And I stopped. And then I knew what it was. That's an angry person, angry bird that may be at a disadvantage. You don't want to be around them. I want to start trouble. And I'm not going to clown her in the store because guess what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move myself away from you because I know what time it is. You're an angry bird, and I'm sorry, that purse should have been in a darn trash. It looked. I wouldn't even come out and, I mean, seriously, not to knock it, but it is what it is. It looked like pleather, like rats had chewed on it, had dragged through the mud. Looked like somebody had ran over with a car or dragged it down a dirt road and just, wiped it off. It was like this stuff this is really really bad. But she wants to damage my purse. First of all, it's built to last. Those don't damage easily. What I was carrying. I said, look at that. But it's the idea. She want to push that card through my purse, push that card on my bag, want to damage it. And she did not damage it. She did not. But it's the idea. Oh, so you're that angry. So she's not mad at the other people there who are not black, but you're mad at me as a black woman. I totally get it. You have to watch out for people like that because they are mad about them, about their lives. And sometimes you look like them, they want to act the fool on you. You have to really watch out for that. That's why you don't want to be around, if you can avoid it, certain areas. If you're going to go to certain places, certain people, maybe try to, tone it down. But you have to be very careful because guess what? People are angry. That person looks so bad, honey. If I don't know, she has such a black evil heart, black hearted, because she's what she did to me. That is so bad. Like I said, I didn't go off because no, sweetie, her life is already off. The life you live right now, that's your punishment. It was so bad. If she wanted to, honey, give me your address. I can mail you one because this is not acceptable. That it was pleather. It was peeling off. It really looked. I mean, I don't know if that purse had gone through like some kind of compacting machine. It was very bad looking. And I said, "Oh, so she gonna try to do this to me? Got it. I see. Why angry, angry bird? Let me try to damage yours. You still can't damage mine. Angry." So my point is, watch out dealing with people. People have been fed, oh, it's gonna work out, it's gonna be fine, you don't worry. You work hard, yeah, you work hard and what? Work hard and see all your tax dollars go to benefit everybody else but you, the American citizen. People can't afford food, can't afford a place to live. I'm telling you, a lot of anger is out there. And let me tell you, some people become so angry. Do not, if a person tries to come with you, pick a fight, pick an argument, like, oh, girl, please. If a person comes to you like that, guess what? Don't feed into it. I'm telling you, I think we're looking at a civilized silent purge. When people start to lose a whole lot and they realize I can't recover, they're going to start to lose their CHITZ, chits, they're going to start to lose it. The empire is coming around us, and people are worried about small matters, infinitesimal, trivial matters. Life itself is being threatened. Middle class wiped out. People right now are sitting in comfortable, beautiful homes, and guess what? The homeowner knows, the one that's paying the bills, the money is running out. Where are they and the kids going to go? So when things like that happen, we're gonna see how cute and kind people are to you. You'll see. People are gonna start to unravel. They fed into the belief if they went to school, worked hard, became a good citizen, and then the taxpayers, where there are systems in place, that there's no umbrella, there's no safety net. The powers that be, what are they doing? You think they don't know what's going on? They know what's going on. That's why I'm telling you, a civilized silent purge, a reset. And then the jobs they can offer you, they're going to be paying a whole lot less. But guess what? More jobs are cutting. More jobs. The rich are getting richer. More jobs are cutting back. They are pumping money into the rich. Again, about the small businesses, they do not care about you. And you would think it's the Republicans. The Democrats, I thought you were for the little guy. The banks are not loaning. They are not pumping money into the small businesses. They're not doing it. That is who the biggest employer is of the American people. So what does that tell you? But people worried about trivial matter. Some people are so engaged in trivial matter because they have that little piece of job now, whether it's paying $40,000 or $40,000. Guess what? Life is changing overnight. People now used to making six figures can't even find a job making 40,000, and that's not going to sustain them. My house, but this isn't fair. The empire, people, it is collapsing. And when it collapses, do not be surprised if more people start to act out. It's like, oh God, so look at this. So she's just bumping my bag. Sweetie, the emblem is not going to fall off. These purses are not more 19.99, maybe 19.99.99 but it's not. I said, look at this. She's with this another black woman. Look what this. And then I looked at her and I saw she doesn't even know me. And not knocking it. Look at her tie. She doesn't know, honey. I'm the kind of person I could set you up just for my darn closet. If you want some Louboutins, I can have them mailed to you. Because guess what? I don't even give a darn anymore about them darn shoes. Hurt my darn feet. I don't give a darn anymore. I thought about that. She has no idea. I could mail you a designer bag if you want one that bag. And I don't mean I'm not balling. No, just in the past when I had a lot more money, was buying a whole bunch of that dumb stuff now. Not bragging. I'm looking at right now. Just relaxing. I have a Chanel bag. There's again, not bragging. Don't take it that way. That's an $8,000 bag. You know what I'm doing with the bag, y'all? Wait a minute. Maybe I'm a little bit country. You know what I'm doing with the bag? I got some stuff that's stuffed in it, holding it. Oh yeah, put my little junk in here, inside the Chanel bag. I'm using it just to hold some stuff that I put in there. Here's some bag with some little trinkets, and I just stood up in that bag, in that Chanel bag. That's what it's been used for, to hold some little junk. Some, well, not junky junk, but it's nothing major, but some little stuff I wanted. Yeah, just I mean, I kind of use it as a hey, little decorative thing here, and hey, put my stuff in here. Yeah, yeah, that's it. It ain't that darn serious. It ain't that serious. I get the emails and get messages like that. Louis Vuitton store. No, no, thank you. No, we're good. Too much going on. Try to save your coins. Let's look at this woman. She has no idea. I mean, that's crazy. Girl, I was going through some stuff and I really that's why I've toned it down on shopping some stuff. I said, oh my God, her Burberry shirts. I had these just stacked up. Three of them not even worn, plus some sweaters, not even worn. Donate some of the stuff. So, ma'am, I would rather you give me your address and I can just send you some stuff if that's the case. But you had to go that route with me. That shows you how the world is. That's why sometimes it just because people today, oh my gosh, there's a lot of anger out there. And do not be surprised if someone tries to set in on you. I mean, I was really shocked to my husband. I said, I can't believe she did that. And was pushing that basket. And of course, it's on my shoulder protecting me. That's what you want to do. When people become very angry, people sometimes like to attack. So be on your P's and Q's. I handled it well. Be on your P's and Q's. The empire is collapsing. And when it starts to collapse, a lot can go wrong. People it's just, I'm telling you, it's a matter of time. You can't have people that's losing everything and just slowly die off, their lifestyle. This civilized purge that we're looking at, the civilized silent purge, more people talking about it, I'm afraid more people are going to start acting out. The empire is collapsing before our very eyes. I don't know what to tell you. It is collapsing before our very eyes. And the powers that be, this is the craziest thing ever. It just seems so, talk about anti American. Out of all the issues that we face, and we have people mad, disgruntled, racism, LGBTQ, people hating on that. Out of all of that, one thing the Americans got in common is, guess what? We're all getting our rear ends kicked by inflation. You're getting your rear end kicked in this administration. It is what it is. The powers that be, neither side. What are they saying for the American people? Kevin O'Leary, I hope he keeps on being a champion for small businesses. I wasn't a fan of his, just to be honest, but that right there, I became a fan. They're not help. The banks are not helping the small businesses. They're pumping all the money into the rich guy. I believe the system is rigged. Small businesses are the backbone of this country for jobs, and they're just let them just die off. It speaks volumes. The empire is collapsing. The people have nothing more to hope for. And when you lose hope, when your systems fall apart, your world falls apart. And that's what's happened. When your systems that's supposed to keep things maintained, like I said, it's like having like a family. A mom and a dad, kids, two daughters. You have a house here, two incomes. One income's gone, both incomes are gone. So what's gonna happen? You can't replace them. The house falls apart, life falls apart. That's what's happening here. Middle class the backbone of the country wiped out. This, I think, again, in closing, is the silent civil. This is the civilized silent purge. People, I'm afraid that silent purge is going to get a little loud. People are going to start to act out. I really do believe it. It's going to be very dangerous. So stand your P's and Q's. If someone tries to provoke you, guess what? Don't let them. People are going through a lot. People are angry. I've seen someone, um, that thing like someone has a nice car and go scratch it up. And I said, wow, let's say it's like Tesla. And it's like, wow, the first thing hit my mind was, and I've seen it on the news too, but I've seen also locally. And it's like, yep, why would a person do that? There's, in some areas, in a nice area, you've got people going to affluent areas and they'll see a nice vehicle, just take a bat and just beat the glass out, hop in the car down the street, do it again. Angry. Why would they do that to that Tesla? Because they know the person probably just pay. I mean, when you go to order it, then the next thing is put your information in. That's how Tesla works. They're probably mad somebody can afford that car. And man, what I could do with what they pay with that car, I would need that money for this, that, and the other. Ba, 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 ba. Get so mad, I'm going to scratch it up. But they do have cameras in the car, just so you know. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm going to go to the affluent area. Oh, you see that Porsche? Take my bat and beat that glass out of it. Oh, I see this vehicle. Look what they've got. That's a brand new. Oh, look at that SUV. It's starting off at 80 plus. Oh, theirs might be way. Oh, no, it's more than that. Beat the glass out. People are doing crazy things like that. Why? The empire is collapsing all around. And when things collapse, honey, anything can happen. And I'm out.